Hello. Now I'm currently in Queen's Park, and I know I haven't made a video blog for a while. I have been blogging with writing for a bit, but I've found it to be quite a tough month mentally. A lot of stuff going on in the background that I don't really want to talk about. But what I've done is I've sat down just now and made a list of the good things that happened in February, and here's what I've got so far. So I have got some mental blocks with certain things, and I'm still working through those. Sometimes I can get through them and sometimes I cannot. However, here is what I have achieved this month. So I have been meaning to get through my house and declutter it and redecorate it, and this has been pretty tricky mentally for me, but I've started with one room, and I have emptied all the drawers, all the cupboards, and got rid of a whole lot of stuff, and I've got bags of things that I'm going to sell or give to op shops or something like that. I went to Lake Tiano over the holiday weekend, and I went for a lake swim by myself, got in and out by myself. That's the first time. And I also went for a gravel ride for the first time as well, and walked around Lake Henry for the first time without any crutches whatsoever. I have run on gravel for the first time and actually found that it's easier than running on the seal. That is because the blade makes a different sound when my foot lands, and it really puts me off, but it's not as obvious on the gravel. I had lots of compliments about the hair. This, with it being going to grey and leaving it curly, I had lots of positive comments about that. On the decoration front, when I got to the decorating, I had to change the ladders. I don't know if you've probably caught that up if you were watching the written blogs, because I needed bigger ones with a handrail to hold on to, and I did not at all see that as a failure, which is a compliment for me because I usually criticise myself and everything. Got one whole room redecorated by myself, and it's the first time I've ever done that with 2 legs or 1 or whatever, including all the decision making and all of that sort of thing. And I had a compliment left on the car when I was at a cafe the other week about how I looked that day, which was, I don't know who it's from, but it was lovely and anonymous. Valentine's Day flowers, and I still don't know who they're from. I also had positive feedback with regards to my relaxation massage techniques, and I have really been working hard on these, and I find it really, really hard because of my lack of strength and balance on that left side. But I've got a person that said that I'm doing better, so that's really good. The things that I have really been trying to work on this month is mental health and knowing when to stop and need a break. And I'm getting quite good at that, and I've discovered lately that actually that break needs to happen probably almost every day, maybe more than once per day, and that's actually why I ended up sitting here. So there we go. I also am having better self-awareness about my physical limits. I'm not saying I'm accepting them, but I have a better awareness of it, and I know when I have to stop and have a rest. I am doing better with self-tracking, which is the things that I'm doing well at and the things that I'm not doing so well at, and I'm able to correct that. I'm still using the Passion Planner, and I have talked about that before. If you want me to do it again, let me know, put a comment in below or something like that, and I will go through the Passion Planner again and describe what it is. I also, when I was doing self-tracking, I wanted to do a mental health self-tracking, and I found this little thing online, and these questions are really good prompts, and they've got me back on track when I lost focus on exercise a few weeks ago. So here's what I'm using at the moment. But the one thing that I have struggled the most with is probably my autism lately, and I think that is because of the stress of all the other things. But what I have found is that I can see with much more clarity what the autism specific issues are, and I know how to fix them, because I know that sometimes I just need to stop and sit quietly somewhere like this, and sometimes that is physical, sometimes that is also mental. and the quiet and the stillness is actually the thing. And there's no triggers in this location. So that is how I'm doing physically and emotionally right now. I am also talking more openly about the whole PTSD thing and the autism thing in the hope that it will educate and some other people. I just want to leave you with 2 tips. One would be to know when to stop, that is both mentally and physically, and to know what type of timeout works best for you for mental recharge.